I have to jump in. Because
Okay.
I'm going to say it on national television. Russell Wilson, you're beginning to piss me off. Somebody got to say it, so I'm going to say it. Listen, look, before we even get into the question, Molly,
Okay.
you stunk last year. You were paid $37.8 million to go away. The Denver Broncos is willing to eat nearly $38 million to get rid of you. And you sitting there fighting for a starting job with Justin Fields. You ain't fighting for no starting job with Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson or somebody. It's Justin Fields you're starting for a job with.
Russell Wilson is 34, and he looks like he's 39. He does not have the juice he had previously. I don't know if some of it's confidence, emotional, no major surgeries, 34. He plays much, much older than his age.
I think Russ is completely washed. I don't think Russ is going to be good.
What happened? How did a 9-time Pro Bowler and Super Bowl champ, who should have been a 2-time Super Bowl champ, but that's a story for another day, go from a top 5 quarterback in the league to losing his job to Jarrett Stidham? The story of Russell Wilson begins at Seattle, where he was drafted in the 3rd round. Even as a later pick, Russell Wilson showed in training camps and preseason games that he deserved to start. But winning the starting job was just the beginning, as Russell Wilson led the Seahawks to an 11-5 regular season record and to the divisional round of the playoffs as just a rookie. He tied the NFL record for the most touchdown passes by a rookie with 26, and he had the 4th highest passer rating in the league, earning him a Pro Bowl appearance, all in his first year in the NFL. But this was just the beginning of his dominance. The next year, Wilson threw for 3,357 passing yards, rushed for 539 yards, and scored a combined 27 TDs. He led the Seahawks to a 13-3 regular season record and an NFC West title. Wilson secured the conference's #1 playoff seed and capped off the season with an incredible 43-8 blowout victory over the Denver Broncos in the Super Bowl, becoming only the 4th quarterback in NFL history to win a Super Bowl in his 2nd season. In 2014, Wilson surpassed the total yards of his previous season, throwing for 3,475 and rushing for 849, while scoring a combined 26 touchdowns. The Seahawks ended the season on a 6-game winning streak that helped them land another NFC West title and a spot in the playoffs. Wilson closed out his 3rd year with an impressive comeback performance in overtime against the Green Bay Packers, winning 28-22, securing his 2nd consecutive Super Bowl appearance. He became the first QB in NFL history to start 2 Super Bowls in his first 3 seasons. However, they fell short against the Patriots in what remains as one of the most infamous plays, ending with a Malcolm Butler interception at the 1-yard line to seal it. Sorry Seahawks fans, I'll move on now. At this point, Russell Wilson was widely regarded as one of the best quarterbacks not only in the league, but in the history of the NFL.
Anybody who's got any inkling about what comes with football, and what football entails will know that Russell Wilson does not need another championship to cement his legacy as one of the great quarterbacks this game has ever seen. The man is absolutely phenomenal.
And although he never won another Super Bowl, his next 5 years at Seattle were dominant. In his first 9 seasons at Seattle, he had 8 Pro Bowls and became the first quarterback in NFL history to start their career with 9. He was also named the winner of the Bart Starr Award, given each year to the player who best exemplifies outstanding character and leadership in the home, on the field, and in the community. This season marked the final year of Wilson's career as a Seattle Seahawk. Wilson wanted to go somewhere that his talents could be put to good use. He believed that he still had Super Bowl talent left in him. The Denver Broncos called up the phone and sent 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, a 5th-round pick, and 3 players for Russell Wilson and a 4th-round pick.
Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride.
Yeah, that didn't end up going too well for Russell Wilson or the Broncos. I think this was the ride he was talking about. After 2 awful seasons, it was clear that Wilson's time in Denver was up as a starter. In the final games of the season, he got benched for Jarrett Stidham. The Russell Wilson trade went down as one of, if not the worst trade in NFL history. But the NFL wasn't ready to give up on Russell Wilson just yet. The Pittsburgh Steelers took a shot at him, signing him to a 1-year deal in free agency. But being their starter wasn't just going to be a given, as the Steelers went out and traded for the athletic freak Justin Fields from the Bears to compete with Wilson. Fans and announcers everywhere believe that Justin Fields deserves the starting quarterback role.
Justin Fields should start for the Pittsburgh Steelers. 2 preseason games in and 2 weeks to the season. I think it's obvious that Justin brings more good than bad in comparison to Russ.
Looking at Justin Fields, the kid has all the talent in the world. The only problem is his consistency. Any Bears fan will tell you that it was a love-hate relationship with it. The second you would start to lose faith in him, he went around and made a crazy highlight play like this.
Fields moves in the pocket and gets away. Justin Fields takes off, turns a sack into a big gain and a first down.
He has all the potential in the world. I mean, the kid can run a 4.4 40. The problem is that he lacks the knowledge and decision making that veteran Russell Wilson possesses. The Steelers are trying to compete right now. They don't have the time and luxury to sit around and wait for Justin Fields to develop and take them somewhere in a couple of years. Guys like Cameron Hayward, Alex Highsmith, Minkah Fitzpatrick, and others are getting up there in age. The Steelers' best window of opportunity to win is right now, and what better person is there to lead a team trying to win than somebody who has already won a Super Bowl? Russell Wilson knows what it's like to win a Super Bowl, and he knows what it's like to barely lose a Super Bowl. His veteran leadership and experience is going to be crucial for this team, and that is something Justin Fields just doesn't have. But whether you think Russell Wilson or Justin Fields should start doesn't change the decision the Steelers front office has already made. Russell Wilson will be the starter. In fact, this decision was made so early on that I believe that Mike Tomlin sees something in Wilson that many don't, which leads me to truly believe that Russell Wilson is going to shock the NFL this year. Russell Wilson has the experience, he has the talent, and the fact that he was named the starting QB so early might show that this wasn't even really a competition, and that Wilson blew Justin Fields out of the water. So Russ is not washed, and he is going to show that this year, and I think that he will have a Baker Mayfield type season and receive a longer term contract and comeback player of the year, capped off with a playoff performance. This Steelers team, led by Russell Wilson, is dangerous. The Steelers' schedule is not easy though. Their first game is against the Falcons, who are almost a completely new team this year with Kirk Cousins, who I think the Steelers will lose to in week 1. Then they have the Broncos. Now this game is going to be exciting. I think Russell Wilson is going to walk into Denver and annihilate them, getting his revenge. Sitting at 1-1, the Steelers get 2 more wins against the Los Angeles Chargers and Indianapolis Colts before losing to the Cowboys. Then they go on the road and beat the Raiders before returning home and taking down old man Aaron Rodgers and the Jets and the Giants afterward, putting the Steelers at a 6-2 record at midseason. After their bye week, they go on the road and beat Washington, putting them at 7-2. But this is where their schedule gets extremely difficult. This AFC North Conference is deadly. I predict a loss against the Ravens, but a win at home against the Browns before adding 3 more losses to the Eagles, Ravens, and Chiefs, leaving the Steelers walking into Week 18 with an 8-8 record with a chance to make the playoffs with a win. I have them beating the Bengals at home and securing themselves a playoff spot, along with extending Mike Tomlin's record for the most consecutive non-losing seasons to begin a coaching career to 18. But what do you guys think? Is Russell Wilson going to have a bounce back year? Do you even think Russ should be starting over Justin Fields? Are the Steelers going to make the playoffs? Let me know down in the comments below. And while you're at it, if you enjoyed this one, consider hitting the subscribe button. The support really means the world, and also let me know what you would like to see next. And if you want to learn more about how scary this Pittsburgh team truly is, click on the screen here. And until then, I will see you all later.